I became the executive director of ABC, the Association for the Bladder Exstrophy Community, about a year and a half after I adopted my daughter Anna from China. I learned about a little girl who was about 4.5 at the time, who was living in China with a condition called bladder exstrophy. Now, I had never heard of bladder exstrophy, and during my research, I realized that there was a world renowned surgeon living in Seattle, Washington, who was able to help her. And so I reached out to him. Bladder exstrophy is a rare condition, but after doing the research and meeting with doctors, I felt comfortable that I could support her, provide the medical and emotional support she needed. I was invited 5 years ago to go to India with Dr. Shukla's group, which is a collaboration of three U.S. hospitals to observe and see what our organization could do to be supportive of the families and the children there. There was a lot of need in developing countries. They don't have the medical care, they don't have the financial needs to provide continence supplies. Children aren't even allowed to go to school. A lot of times they're ostracized from their community and even their own families. And being a parent, I was in a position to be able to talk with the families and try to counsel them and help them just feel better about the condition, be more educated about the condition so they wouldn't have the fear. I work with families probably from 15 or 16 different countries now. We as parents, we all want the same thing. We all just want our children to be happy and to be healthy, to have a normal life. I think that's what brings me going back year after year, because I know that we're making a difference with those families, one family at a time, to help cope with this condition. ABC's been put in a unique role on a global level. Families reach out from all over the world, and a lot of them are desperate to find help because in developing countries there are not doctors that are equipped to do the surgical reconstruction as complex as this. And so families have lost all hope, and we really are their last hope. We help facilitate families finding the best surgeon. Sometimes that means bringing a family from Uganda to India during our yearly workshop so they can have the surgery with the visiting surgical expert team. Our concern was that once they've had the surgery, would they go back to their home country and not receive ongoing care? We as an organization will not only bring the family to the surgery, but will also bring their local doctor that will be caring for them. Now, this provides the doctor the opportunity to be trained by a surgical expert on the care of this child, and then they feel more confident when they go back to their home country that they can provide expert ongoing care for this family. I would say the most rewarding part for me is to go back and see families 1 and 2 and 3 years later, and to see how the children are thriving and how they're playing and how they're growing and how their self-esteem has come around, and how parents have lost the fear and the dread, and families they're bonding and they're leading more normal lives. And to me, the satisfaction is really seeing that smile on that child's face. They light up the room.